What is going on, traders? I hope you guys all had a great weekend today. Just remember, you got to do what you got to do to be able to do what you want to do. Let's get into today's video. So, let's look at what we ended up doing on Friday, guys. If you watch my previous video, we had a massive support at 597.32, right? Let's click the 30-minute time frame, zoom in a little, right here. 595.32, this red line. If you just look left, it was a previous resistance, previous support, previous resistance. This was a potential bounce level if we ended up finding support here, which we did not. On Friday, what did I end up doing? I ended up taking two trades. The first trade I ended up getting into was 596 calls. I actually did this live on YouTube. So we ended up coming down. I was telling the entire Discord, everyone on YouTube, today's the perfect day not to trade. I'm entering a trade right now. I'm not waiting for confirmation. I'm just buying a level. I went with super safe contracts, and I was waiting for a bigger move because we had such a sell-off in the pre-market. I was looking for a massive retracement. So as soon as we broke under our key level, 597.32, I ended up buying calls. Towards the bottom, I ended up buying calls too. I was holding because my contracts weren't doing anything. Ended up catching a full point move on this. A lot of people sold. I did not sell. I went with safer contracts. I thought a bigger move would happen. As soon as we ended up breaking sloping support and we took out the lows, I ended up stopping out. I went from green. I sold some, and my runners ended up making me a little bit pink on the day. Now, my next trade I ended up getting into, I even alerted this live to the Discord. I'll show you. I don't know where it is, but at pretty much 1:20 p.m., guys, I'm like, this is the previous floor. If we end up holding support here, we're going to 595 plus. If we reject, we're going to 590. And I'm going to show you exactly what I was talking about. I was talking about our key level of 592.67. You see this previous floor right here? Right? As soon as we came above it, this is what I was watching. This is what I was watching, right? As soon as we ended up taking out, I'll show you right here. As soon as we ended up taking out these highs here, I ended up bringing 592 calls and ended up selling these deep in the freaking money to be very green on the day. This just goes to show, and I'm completely transparent. Like I do this live. I'm not one of those influencers that say, buy my program, I never lose. I ended up having a successful trade, not selling, got stopped out, and I had to sit on my hands. There was no level for me to enter puts all the way until 595, right? Now, I don't even like the 595 level. I would say 594.30s. Like, this was a decent size rejection. I was going against the trend, but the trend has been up, and we were just buying the previous support and previous resistance, right? This is why we ended up getting into calls. Why did I avoid puts? A lot of people were asking that. I didn't have an entry. Where I was buying calls, right here, I didn't see a good rejection off this key level. Obviously, in hindsight, looking at the chart right now on the 5-minute time frame, like, yes, we broke through it, instant rejection, right? But when you have such a bullish 5-minute candle like this, you're expecting this to go higher. Like I was too. This is the reason why I only sold a little bit and left runners, is because I was anticipating a higher move to 599s to the 600 level, which we did not get. What did I end up doing? Sat on my hands. I just waited for a trade to present itself, right? Towards the end of the day, SPY usually likes to rally. So as soon as we ended up breaking the previous highs, the previous support here, previous resistance here, I ended up getting 592 calls, and I just rode the wave. I rode the momentum upwards, right? And ended up selling. So enough of what I did. Who cares what I did? Let's look for the best trades for this upcoming week. Remember, Wednesday, the stock market's closed for New Year's. Now we're just going to zoom out, okay? So if you're looking at this run up from December 20th all the way until December 26th, where we sold off and ended up bouncing is pretty much very close to the 50% retracement, okay? So even though we are bearish, we had a nice 30-minute confirmation of upwards momentum, right? And if looking at Bitcoin right now, Bitcoin's selling off a bit, but it's pretty much stable from Friday, to be honest. So I don't see too big of a move, but the levels to be watching. Where do I want calls? 589 calls to 588 calls in this little pocket, right? I'm going to be watching the lows of December 23rd and our key level here. This is the best level for calls. I was even telling everyone on the live stream on Friday, I want calls here, right? We looked like we were coming to here, immediately started bouncing. And then I just played the confirmation of price action, a bullish price action, right? So the best levels to be trading at, right? Obviously, nothing is guaranteed, but a great level to be keeping an eye out for confirmation is 589, our previous buy zone, our previous support, our previous resistance. If we end up breaking through 589, it's a free fall 3 points down to 586. We know this. That's why our risk to reward, once we come to 589, is going to be a great level for calls. Because if we stop out, we have 3 points to catch a move. And I don't want people buying as soon as we touch 589, right? Look where it can go to. We can go to the 587.70s potentially, right? So we're going to wait. We're going to slice through, wait till we get back above 589, and that's where we're going to take our risk to reward trade to potentially a 4 to 5 point run with safe contracts, okay? If you use Fibonacci's, you know exactly what I'm seeing. And if we hit 589, it's the best risk to reward. Look at the empty pocket. We're putting key levels down. We're trading key levels with the best empty pockets because for this to sell off 3 points, the bears are going to make a crap ton of money, which is why it's very unlikely that we're going to end up using 589 as a resistance. If we do crack it, and I'm not in calls, if it's looking bearish, I'm going to hop in 589 puts and ride this down. What's my first price target? After 586, it's going to be 577 flat. That's what I'm looking at. Now, the best level for puts, I'm not interested in puts, to be honest. But if I had to give you, if you have a bearish mindset of the stock market, the best levels are going to be a retest of 597.30s to 597.50s, right? You can even 596.50s. So 596.50 to 597.50, a dollar pocket. If we end up holding 597.50 as support, don't even think about shorting. This is when you go long to take out the highs. That's how I'm seeing it. So I'm more call biased until we end up having bearish momentum at 589. Okay, so the make or break it level for SPY this week is 597.50 and 589. That's all I'm concerned about moving forward into this week. Any trades I end up taking is going to be strictly off price action, strictly off of micro key levels. But the best setups at the best prices for small accounts and cash accounts is 589 and 597.50. Those are the best risk to reward trades. If you end up stopping out, you switch sides and you ride the wave. You switch sides and ride the wave down. Okay? That is a game plan. Remember, the Daily Sniper, guys, 30% off. Use code Canada. The link is in the bio. Please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you that are taking your time to watch our videos. My channel's finally back in the algorithm. We're seeing a lot of views lately, and I'm just trying to offer the best service possible. So please let me know in the description, in the comments, what type of content you guys like, what stocks you want me to go over, and I'll make that in tomorrow's video. Thank you guys so much, and take care. See you guys tomorrow.